Hi guys, I'm here at the O2 Institute in Birmingham with two of my favourite guys in country music, Dan and Shay.
What's up? How are you?
Good to see you.
How are you, man? Good to see you.
Good. Thank you, very good. How are you?
Doing great. We're enjoying our trip to the UK. It's awesome, man. It's like the coolest people ever here.
Yeah.
They love music, so it's been a great run for us, and we're looking forward to the show tonight.
Yeah. Compared to what you do in the US, this is quite a fairly low-key tour in terms of the size of the venues. Is that something you really enjoy, where the audience are kind of almost in your living room?
Absolutely, man. I mean, that's been something that's been fun to kind of switch it up, between going from bigger venues. We just finished up a Darius record doing 20,000 cap rims, and that's awesome. We love doing that stuff, but it's really, really cool to be able to come places. It doesn't matter if there's 1 million people or 2 people. When there's 2 people that really love your music and they're singing back to you, it's a really special thing. And I think that's whenever you get in a smaller venue, you can really connect with every single person in the room. And by the end of the show, you've pretty much connected with every single person, So it's really, really cool to hear everybody sing back the words, and to come across the pond like this and be able to hear people that love our music is just an incredible feeling.
When you sat down and started planning the UK tour, did you ever imagine that it would sell out completely?
No, man, it's absolutely incredible. We're so thankful for the fans in the UK, and we stay in touch with our social media and everybody on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and everything. And everybody was always saying, "You guys have a lot of fans in the UK. Come visit us, come visit us." And we had a break in our touring schedule, and we were like, "You know what? We're gonna do it." And we just hopped on a plane and flew over here with one guitar. And it's crazy that the show's sold out so fast. It's it's a dream come true, man. It's surreal. So we're enjoying every minute of it, and we've had a few days off to enjoy some cities and get a little crazy. So we're going to come back soon. If we survive this trip, we'll see.
How do you see your career kind of progressing in the UK from here? Is this
Man, I hope that this is just the start. This is just the beginning of something great, that we get to come here a lot more often. And I don't know, it's going to be exciting to be able to come back. And I think these people are getting to experience something that we probably won't do next time. We'll probably come back full band. And I feel like the fans that are coming to these shows are really appreciating just the intimate vibe of these. And I can't wait to come back and bring our whole band and be able to have some wild nights in the places that we've found here. And, no, it's been awesome, man. Hopefully, as long as we can, we'll keep coming here as long as people are listening to our music. So as long as we can do that, it's well worth it.
That's awesome. Now, looking back on the career that you guys have had, you came to Nashville kind of independently, didn't you, and met up in Nashville. Did you always intend to be performers, or was it originally intended to be songwriters?
Yeah, man, we love singing songs and performing live, but our main passion is songwriting. Always has been, always will be. And we moved to Nashville because that's where country music is written. There's so much great country music being written in Nashville, and we just moved there. We didn't know what we were going to do, and we were just kind of hanging out and just writing the best songs we could. And we met by chance one night at a random party. I had a house party. I had the worst house ever, like no heat, no air conditioning, barely any electricity. It was terrible. And Shay came over with a buddy one night, and we started singing together, and we were jamming and singing cover songs till like 4 a.m. And we ended up writing a song the next day. And it all starts with a song. They say that, and it's very true. That's how our duo started, and we're still writing songs, still doing the same thing, still the same clowns we were that day we met. So it's a lot of fun, and we're lucky it happened like that.
And almost 4 years on, you've just had back-to-back number ones, haven't you? So congratulations on that, guys.
Thank you, man.
Awesome.
I appreciate it. That's
and
awesome.
The most recent one, From the Ground Up, tell us about that. Obviously a personal song for you guys.
It is, man. We wrote that about our grandparents, and both of our grandparents were both together for over 65 years, and that's just something you don't see very often nowadays with all the social media and everything. There's a lot of distractions, and relationships are a hard thing to maintain especially for that long. So that's the kind of the love that we strive to have in our own personal relationships and stuff. And it was just I think people wanted a real love song, and something that really had a lot of meat lyrically. And it was cool to hear all the stories and things of people, relating to that song and using that as their first dance song at their wedding. And it seems like 4 out of 5 people at least are using that song as their dance songs and as their first dance in our meet and greets and stuff. So it's really cool to be a part of that, part of people's lives, because that's a huge moment in your life, something you always remember. So to be able to be a part of that was really, it's really special, and to see it go to the top is a very special moment for us.
You must have been proud that song in particular, out of all the songs that you've written, has become one of your most successful.
Definitely. It's really nerve-wracking because it's so special to us. So if it didn't go number one, it's like, we failed, But no, we're super thankful to our fans for helping us get there, and for Country Radio for supporting it.
And it's featured on the new album, Obsessed. So tell us a little bit about that. When you went in to record Obsessed, did you try and repeat the Dan and Shay sound from the first album, or did you see it as kind of a progression? Second album?
Man, we the second record, we never stopped writing after we finished the first album, Where It All Began, and Obsessed. We feel like we stepped up our game. We've matured as songwriters, and we owe it to our fans to deliver the best music possible, the best songs and the best recording quality, and staying true to our sound but still evolving, and Dan and Shay 2.0. And we got to try some cool stuff. The first record we sort of made by accident, just demos on a laptop in our buddy's basement. And this one we got to go into a big studio and have the best musicians in the world come in and play it. And we kind of sat back and quarterbacked the process. And we're so proud of the way it turned out, and the reception from the fans has been incredible. I mean, especially here in the UK, we're playing deep cuts, track 7 or track 9 on the record, and they're singing every word from front to back. And that's incredible, man. It's not just the songs that are on the radio. It's not just the singles. So the fans over here in the UK, man, just unbelievably passionate about music, and we're so thankful for that.
I saw that video of Already Ready last night, and they knew every single word in there.
It was crazy, man, especially a song like that that's so complex, and it's got so many crazy phrasings, and they're just nailing every word. I think that's one thing that we have noticed more so than the States is like when you play at places, like a bar or something like that. When we used to play venues like this size, and there'll be a couple of people that had heard of you, in the beginning, and it's crazy to come over here for the first time, and it's every single person in that room is stoked to be there, and they know every single word to your songs, and it's just that's crazy. Like every person is there, like they got a ticket really early, and they know every word. So that's been a really crazy thing to see, like the actual extent they went to learning our music, and I don't know, it's crazy. It's so cool to us.
Yeah. And Dan, you co-produced most of the new album with Scott Hendricks, didn't you?
Yeah, man.
He's obviously a very experienced guy. So what does he add to the whole process?
Scott's legit, man. He is probably the most intimidating guy in Nashville. We give him a hard time, we're not afraid of him at all. We're slap him.
Slap him on the
But Scott, he's the king. He's great. I mean, he's produced 70 or so number ones. Like, he produces all Blake Shelton stuff, did all the Brooks and Dunn, Alan Jackson, Faith Hill. I mean, you name it. Just like classic country producer, incredible. And he's kind of been our mentor, and taught us how to make country records and to kind of corral the musicians and the band and the engineers and everything, and take an objective look at the songs. And he's such a song guy too. He's very, very critical on songs, very particular. But I mean, I think you have to be. Like I said before, you owe it to the fans to give them the best music possible. And country radio, you owe it to the country radio. I mean, there's only so many slots for songs, and you got to put the best material out, and he's a very, very big stickler on songs. So he's taught us, to be pretty critical of songs, for better or for worse. Sometimes we get a little hard on ourselves, but we love Scott. He's a good guy.
And your next single, How Not To, hits radio Monday? Is it Monday?
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't realize it was that quickly.
Yeah, so
it's exciting.
Tell us about that song, why you chose it as a single.
Man, one of the reasons, like we said, we moved to town to be songwriters, and we're huge fans of other songwriters, and we were inspired by a couple songs that we didn't write on this record. And Dan and I have written every song that we've put out up to this point, and we had heard that song, and How Not To was just, we just thought it was a smash, and it was just like this is a Dan and Shay song, and we felt honored that it was actually some buddies of ours that had written that song, and we were honored. We were like, can we please cut this song, because we owe that to our fans, like Dan was saying, and it's let the best song win, and we have no pride to be like, we didn't write that. We're just huge, country music fans, and this song we thought was just a home run for us, and we're really, really excited and proud to put it out. And it's an exciting but also nerve-wracking thing. We've never put out a song that we've, actually not written before, so I feel like there's more pressure now. I hope we get this to number one for our buddies, but we think that song is just we're huge fans of that song, and like we were talking about earlier, we're also just huge fans of country music, man. And I think when you're in Nashville, you really get to see how much the songwriters are the rock stars of that town, and we love good country music, and we thought that was a great country song, and we're excited to put it out.
Awesome. Best of luck with the new single, and I wish you the best of luck for the rest of the UK tour, which is going to be awesome, I'm sure.
Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you.
Absolutely,
Thank you so much. You're a great interview.
No worries. Awesome. Signing out from the Institute in Birmingham.